Hey, hello there, you little monkeys out there on the internet lands. It's the Thursday night's PubChat show. I nearly said the City Shield show. It's not that. That's tomorrow night. So fuck that. Yeah. So welcome to PubChat, and we're back. We're back on with this unusual day. You're still getting used to the new times. The timings of these shows. It's not our fault. You know what to fucking do. We don't need to tell you. You watch it on other streams where they tell you, click the notification bell. Click that little thing, and that gives you notifications of all the shows that are coming up. But I don't need to tell you that because everybody else already has done. So I won't say it. Welcome to the show, everybody. And tonight, where we got in the show with us tonight, we have the lovely Dick Dawson, and we have the Mr. Mars himself, Mr. Lokifish Marz from Mars, the planet Mars, and the chocolate bar Mars. So welcome, guys. What you got?
Oh, Loki, you've got a lot going on, so why don't you take the lead on this one, buddy?
Okay. So if anybody caught my live stream last week, the astronomy live stream with the Empress, unfortunately, the mount for the telescope.
Hold on. Explain Empress, come on, take us along with you.
My daughter, the Empress of Mars. So she was doing an astronomy live stream, and the mount for the telescope has finally died. It is beyond repair. So what I'm going to be doing on my astronomy channel, which isn't the Lokifish channel, I'm going to be doing a fundraiser live stream for the upcoming meteor shower. So I'm going to be up all night with you folks.
All night long.
And any donations that come through will go towards getting a replacement mount for her so that she can continue to do astronomy live streams.
And you got to check this girl out, man. I mean, she's all of about, nothing foot nothing. And she's still, quite the youngin'. But she owned that stream. Loki, she's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She's really
so
good at this. Yeah.
She's been going on for almost a year about how she wants her own YouTube channel and what she's going to say and what she's going to do. So I'm like, I have a channel I don't use all that much. Here, you can have it.
Yeah. And you know what? You're walking into the same place Aimee lives in, where Aimee gave her son, who's on the spectrum like mine, Aimee Hogan on the Shills here. He took over one of her channels, and he's damn near got 3,000 subscribers right now and climbing. And she's like, oh, yeah, he's so into it. It's amazing. He's responding to people. There's the odd moment because, kids and all and stuff and whatnot. But it's really, really good.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos. His videos are really good. And one of the things that made me really proud of my daughter was she interacted with everybody in chat. Pretty much everybody. Oh, it was so good.
When she read the one, hide the naughty comments, the Empress is back, and had her little giggle. Oh, yep. Man, that was awesome. But she really was monitoring the entire live stream. She wasn't just doing her own thing and happened to be live. She understood what she was doing.
Yeah.
Look, Loki, if you're not taught how not to talk to strange earthlings.
Oh, no. We don't worry about that because we can always just nuke you guys from orbit.
And when you say you're going to be up all night, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be in orbit, flicking rocks at the into Earth's atmosphere to create the meteor storm. That's what you're going to be doing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to be flying. I'm going to be low Earth orbit, and I'm going to be doing a trash dump
with a bag of gravel.
Yep.
And a packet of gravel.
I wonder what roses look like when they burn up in the atmosphere.
Probably the same as what they do when they end up in the backside of a badger's ass. I mean, what a question. What am I supposed to say?
Well, hang on. Let me Google that. Google images. Otters, noses, badgers, arse. No, I'm not going to share that one. Okay, let's move on. Well, let's talk about in the news. In the news tonight, there is no news. Nothing has happened all week. Nothing has happened at all. Don't believe the media because nothing has happened.
Actually,
all.
there is one headline. Prince Charles, now King Charles, has announced that he will defend the shape of his nose and not let any sex companies turn it into the King Dildo reportedly coming out soon.
At least now it's king size. it was spring size, now it's king size. Yeah, well, yeah. Lizzie the lettuce is we'll say goodbye to Lizzie the lettuce. How long she reigned in her power.
That was hilarious.
Bye bye, Lizzie. Bye bye, Lizzie. Bye bye. Goodbye, goodbye, bye bye. Yeah.
Yeah, but is Boris coming back like Trump is about to, along with QAnon, do we have TAnon? Or Be-NoJustBe? Yeah, Boris. Be-NoJustBe.
You know what? It would be funny if they were just like say, "Okay, Boris, just come back." That would be funny, but
yeah,
I'm not too sure it would help British politics. But at this moment in time, nothing can help British politics. It's fucked.
Boris never helped politics. That was not the mission. It was to make scruffy drunks look good everywhere. That's all he was around for.
Hey, it worked for me. Actually didn't work. Oh, I do have some news. I got some bad news. I'm getting old. My one of my front teeth fell out. It's like I realized that I was wandering around the house and I think, yeah, my mouth feels a little bit funny, and I've had this really, really wobbly tooth at the front, because I'm old and a smoker and a drinker, so it's my gums are fucking destroyed and my bones are rotting just like any other fucking old man. And it's like, and I realized, hang on a minute. And I looked in the mirror, my fucking tooth's gone. And it's like, where is it? Where did it go? What happened? And my wife says to me, what normally happens is, people end up just swallowing them in their sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, watching the toilet in 24 hours. I'm sure it's coming back for you.
I did have a good look. I didn't want to squidge through it all, to break it up. And
oh dear Lord, come on!
I just thought that's going to bite me on the way out.
Oh,
you really wanted that quarter from the Tooth Fairy, didn't you?
Yeah,
yeah.
A man with piles will wear a dental dam to bed. God forbid he swallows his own teeth.
It's like Wodentoe saying, "Yes, I'm okay. I'm in the middle of $12,000 of dental work." It's like, I don't know. Is it worth it? I'm just going to fucking die soon anyway. Bye bye, Lizzie the lettuce. Bye bye. They've changed the set. This was so funny.
Yeah.
Daily Star had
that was awesome.
This live stream. In the past several days, and it's been running. I've actually rewound it so we can see a little bit more of as things happen in the news. And this is about as good as the news gets in the UK now. Watching a lettuce and some apples and a lemon. I guess the apple and the lemon are representing the possible new candidates for the Conservative Party. And a bottle of gin.
I love the look on the face of the lettuce. It knows it's going to take this one.
Taking it for the boys. Look, they're having a party. Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, I've got that triggered for tomorrow where we're going to talk a bit about, how the lettuce won and, what, like how in the modern day and age does this happen to a politician where the media can just shame you out of existence in no time, right? Come on.
Well, it wasn't even just the media; it was her own party as well, who voted her in. That's what I don't get. They voted her in, and then they go, "No, you're rubbish. Yeah, fuck off." No, my son came up with the perfect reason why they voted her in, because she lowered the taxes on the higher paid, and that includes most of the people in the Conservative Party. So they're happy with that. So they got that passed through, and now they're going to get rid of her and put a proper person in charge.
Wow. Yeah. Democracy reigns supreme on that one. All right.
And when I say a proper person, I mean just the next idiot in line. They're going to basically put the person who came second in as prime minister. So the person who came second, the second best person candidate for being prime minister, is going to be prime minister.
If they're anything like the Canadian government, especially in Ontario with the premier, the provincial leader, it'll go to Boris's fucking crack cocaine addicted brother. We've got this history of these the Ford brothers, and one of them, who's no longer with us now, so I don't know if I'm talking bad about the dead or whatever, but sorry. He was literally photographed with a crack pipe in his mouth at a fucking party.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Ooh, that sounds like American politics.
Yeah. And then afterwards, his brother got elected, because why the fuck not? How does that work? Idiots. Jesus Christ. But I will say,
we see your crack pipe, and we advance it to heroin addiction.
Yeah.
And hookers.
Oh no! If you don't get the reference, I'll explain it. The mayor of DC was caught on tape on a video recording.
Marion Barry
smoking crack, and got reelected on his drug stance.
Yeah, as long when you're cuddling babies and kissing wives, as long as your finger doesn't come out stinky, fuck, you seem to get votes. It's disgusting, man. I don't understand politics, but is it because I don't get politics? Because I mean, to me, I think that politicians should never be able to talk about each other, only about themselves and what they would do. And that would kill the rhetoric and leave it to the news and the debates. Right. But to me, it's to the point of insanity where do we even get candidates that are worth voting for anymore?
No, not really. It's always, from what I've seen, for the most part, once you get to the higher end, the higher echelon, it's all lesser of two evils.
Yeah, it's what it always comes down to, doesn't it? Which one doesn't suck that bad? It's too bad you have to put that bad on it, but
yeah, of course, there's a simple way to change it. Make everything a lot better. Your election, you getting elected, is a contractual agreement with the people who vote. You violate the contractual agreement, basically what you say you're going to do and your position on things.
Oh, I love this argument. Yes.
You don't get back into office.
That's right. But it should be within reason, because there are times when politicians seem to promise things that they're never going to be able to do if they don't have a majority. When you have more of the other side fighting back within your government, right? Those moments suck because nothing ever happens. But
I mean, as long as there's effort, as long as there's an honest effort involved.
Yeah. It's there's no accountability in it, right? I mean, like when I mentioned the whole thing with the ads, Christina in the chat says 100% agree. Imagine what the ads would look like if they couldn't just sling mud at each other, but had to actually speak about what they're talking about. I had to put the last part in, but it would totally change the face of politics, because no longer would we be voting against the loser, but we would be voting for somebody we actually believe in. The mindset is flawed right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to interrupt you very, very quickly because I just realised that we wouldn't have anyone doing the pop-up chat, so I thought I better sort that one out.
I was about to give you a link. Yeah, but go for it. Sure.
Yeah, it's sweet 70433. Is that your hotel room number?
I hope so.
At DKG Custom, sorry that you got to deal with tooth lost. Try and time travel and have them regrown. Now, you see, now I've got a plan. You see, I'm injecting myself with great white shark DNA. So hopefully I'll just have like rows of pointy teeth growing in the back of my mouth. Yeah, don't worry about it. Right, back to the show. Politics.
Well,
Sleet's got a good comment in chat. He says, I think politicians should be drafted, not elected. Sort of like a rather harsher version of jury duty. If they're good, then they could be drafted again. Yeah. Generally,
that's not bad.
Generally, the person that is, the most well-versed and understanding of the situation and things going on around them are generally the people that lose the elections. So,
you could get Donald Trump to host the show.
Yeah. There you go. That's a believer. When somebody has an honest head of hair like that, you can believe in them. Seriously, though, I would love to have been the person that shot that squirrel he calls a fucking hairdo.
And then bleached it, obviously. Yeah, it's blonde. Toad in the chat says, I just haven't done this. So here is your milestone chat thing. Now entertain me, clowns. I'll get the I'll get the car out. It's the 40 party carry thing and a bucket of water. That's not really water. It's just confetti. God, kids, they're so gullible.
Yeah, I think there's a couple good songs about clowns that we could sing.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait, that's not entertaining. Never mind.
Yeah, clowns are scary to some.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, and they had a church. I don't know if it was a Christmas party or something. They had some kind of like party, and we were always like sitting there and eating cake and jam sandwiches or whatever. Some fucking clown turns up. I hid under the table and cried. Clowns are not. I don't. What is it? Why did they think kids love clowns? Never.
The one thing that turns all children off of a clown is that stench of alcohol on their breath.
Well, they can't beat my stench of alcohol, but Oh, John Pearson in the chat at DKG Custom. Your tooth is a simple fix. Just identify the person with the mouthful of perfect teeth. Knock them out and glue them in. John Pearson, nice to see you, because he was a guy who used to hang around with us on the Dr. Greavy streams, and he commented.
Oh, cool.
He commented somewhere, said, "Oh yeah, miss you DKG and doing your stuff." Said, "Oh, come and join us on the Shills." So here he is. Welcome, John Pearson. Don't forget to subscribe, you bastard.
I was lucky enough to be on a couple of those live streams. I had a blast. They were a great time.
They were fun.
I love getting lost in musical chat. Oh my God. But if we start right now, okay, never mind.
Yeah, and he's here tonight. Oh, we could do that. We can do that if you want.
A look back on this day in history.
I tell you what was funny when I'm watching videos on YouTube, and they're showing the trailer or the mini trailer for the Whitney Houston film that I'm actually fucking working on right now.
Cool, dude. Awesome.
Even got a couple of shots in it. I had to get finished for the trailer. And it's like, yeah, I did that, and it's like I'm watching YouTube to try to get away from my work, and I'm seeing adverts for the film I'm working on.
Yeah, for those that don't know, DKG is an Emmy award-winning visual effects artist. Never mind your bullshit when I say that, because it's fucking true. It is. He's one of those guys where you know where that golden cock's going, baby.
Into my inker.
Yeah. Ka-ching.
Sorry. We segued off too far. We don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah. Well, I actually have one. So I watched a video on YouTube recently, and they were talking about some of the top guitar solos of all time in songs that you wouldn't expect them to be in. And amazingly to me, they missed what I think should be top of that list. And that's Michael Jackson Beat It, because that's Eddie Van Halen going fucking psychotic on the guitar solo. No, the rhythm is played by Steve Lukather from Toto fame, and one of the greatest session guitar players of his age. But
he plays the wiggly bit of the bridge.
Yeah. Eddie only plays the lead at the very fucking guitar solo part, but it's one of the most unbelievable guitar solos, and it was totally off of this list. So, I know we've got some educated, people in music that watch this channel, and so who would you say is one of those most underrated guitar players that don't get enough talk as one of those people that make you go, wow? I know that wasn't quite the same thing, but still, I love to get the opinions, and why not, right? But yeah, I like when Eddie Van Halen did the lead to Beat It, that was before the day and age of featuring and all this and blah, blah, blah. Musicians just showed up and went, yeah, cool, here you go, man.
Well, I worked with a guy a long time
Marino.
ago.
Yeah.
No, not him. No, it wasn't him. No, I worked with a guy a long time ago on a really stupid, kids TV show they were trying to get off the ground called the Wee Beastie of Loch Ness. And one of the guys who was writing the music for it, he had he was a session musician, but he had his own fucking country cottage and studio and everything. So he'd done well out of it. Never heard of him before, but he has recorded music, and if you look for him, you can find him. But he was saying, I was the guy that wrote the saxophone bit for Baker Street. It's like, okay,
cool.
Well, yeah, but was he? I mean,
yeah.
How many people have probably turned up and said and claimed that they were the guy who did the saxophone bit in Baker Street? I would imagine there's quite a few.
I wouldn't doubt it over time, especially with the internet, right? There's a really funny story about a guy in the UK who does retro computers, Retro Man Cave. Now it's RMC because the man part is kind of exclusive. He got rid of it, right? But he got catfished by some guy who pretended to be some computer retro hero fucking designer from back in the day. And it actually wasn't him at all, but he did a 2-hour interview with the guy and the whole bit. Like, why would you do that?
And who was it in the end? Just some dude.
Oh, yeah, it was just some piece of trash pretending to be this guy, and it took the internet a good 6 months to figure it out or whatever it was.
Wow.
But then the guy, so then Neil had to do another video, so it turns out the cave was catfished and it wasn't even him, right? Like, come on, who, I understand, maybe your mother used to beat you with the dildo that, you wished it was your father and that kind of thing. And you had a really rough upbringing. So you became a troll in live chats and whatnot. But who would take it that far to pretend to be somebody else in a live interview? It's fucked up.
Flat earthers.
We've seen that.
It's crazy.
Now we learn about Dick's upbringing. Hey, there's nothing wrong being clobbered with a dildo every now and then.
Yeah. Especially if you ask for it, but it's got to be cleaned first. I mean, you don't want to be the second user.
Oh, that just reminded me of something I wanted to talk to you about in private first, whether or not I should bring it up. Too late. The cat's out the bag. It's all right. No one's watching. It won't go far. Like baby pacifiers. The things you stick in their little baby's mouth with with a little rubber nipple, kind of like a nipple representative. It's not really a nipple, though, is it? I've never seen a nipple like that before.
Yeah, I mean, adults would not be going, if they looked like that. It wouldn't.
Bit weird. Now, I was just thinking, what about if we started doing a range of baby pacifiers, but instead of the little rubber nipple, it's got a tiny little rubber penis in it?
Because that's not creepy.
It's just training.
I think what we should do as Shills merch is a rubber thing that goes over a can of beer and turns it into a nipple titty thing. And then that way you can,
It'll slow you down. What are you talking about? That's no good. What you want is a funnel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Treat me like a race car, damn it.
Okay, so we can scrub off the dick pacifiers off the Shills merch from the future.
Oh, cock.
I am pretty sure, though, that the beer nipple would sell.
I
think so too.
Even better, if you could find women you can manifest beer from their breasts.
If you could do a thing with the beer nipple over a can where as a person was sucking on that beer, you could hear DK's voice going, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah." I think it would sell like hotcakes.
Oh dear.
So this episode's demonetized.
So I'm going to spend the rest of the show in my lab, and I'll have a working prototype for you next week.
I'm going to be on the phone to the merchandise department talking about all our new ideas this week.
Speaking of, we might have a merchandise department coming up. We have an offer from a private company that does merch, and we would have way better quality everything. So coming up very soon, nipples included. There might be some good shit.
Will we get a better quality show?
We'll get a better quality nipple.
What do you think? What do you think, audience? Do you want better quality nipples or better quality show? What do you think? Well, there you go.
That's a cheer for the nipple, baby.
That's got to be nipple cheer.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, audience. You're so good.
Well, this is definitely turning out to be one of those nights where if I stay live for too long, it's not going to go over well, and it'll have to be like taken down. So,
thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah.
Good night.
No, but if there's any talk of an after show, it's going to be in the Discord private. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, but you can't do it in the Discord because people can't see it.
I got in royal shit about 18 months ago for making this crazy Jewish joke live on the after show. And people were chewing me out for about 10 seconds in the live chat until Vishanti spoke up and was like, "I'm Jewish, you idiots. He's fucking around." And you got to be real careful these days. But I was doing it to drive Vishanti into a hysterics fit, right? You know. And
nothing.
Meanwhile, I got in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't win.
I am not really making baby pacifiers with little penises on them. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Get it. Although it's not a bad idea though. I might talk to a few people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we should bring up a thing you what was it? The Shills Halloween fundraiser deck.
That's right.
Let me see if I can
there we go.
Back again. Where is it gone?
Yeah. I got the link here right now. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So we've got a couple of youngins who, through no fault of the parents or anything, but just because of, government issues and whatnot, are going to be stuck for Halloween, and it's not a great situation. So we've got a little fundraiser going. We've collected enough money for about half of them so far. We just need, a little bit more in for a few extra costumes for a couple of little people. And, we can all help make sure that kids enjoy the night of the devil. But you know what I mean? Really, yeah, it's a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, luckily, our school here, my daughter's school has that they have in the school parking lot. I don't know if they're going to do one this year, though.
Yeah, we have a couple of places locally, but over the pandemic and stuff, my sort of smaller town has been very much cautious on complete, normalcy. So donations and things and whatnot have been a little low. So, we thought we've got a bit of a reach on YouTube and stuff, and it's been proven before that we have some viewers that are willing to throw a few bucks in the hat when the reason is right. We're not just saying, "Oh, Billy Bob Thornton needs a 12-pack and fuck, he won't go live without it." Like we would never do that kind of thing, So
does Billy Bob need help?
Well, usually, judging by his social media profile, I mean, my God, the boy's been roasted before.
Billy Bob, if you feel like you want to come on and talk about your problems, please feel free.
I would love to have Billy Bob Thornton join us, but after 4 beer, so that he's that other guy that people are like, "Oh, I don't know." That's the one I want. I want that raunchy fucking, I'm going to tell you how I fucking feel guy. That would be awesome.
Talking of which, you noticed PJC Net disappeared out of the chat as soon as we offered him a link.
Yeah.
Bye. No. Join this.
Yeah, that's so weird. I mean, yeah, you offer, science deniers links to come on and discuss their views, and they disappear. It's almost like they don't have any evidence.
No, we wasn't even going to talk about science. Yeah, never mind all that nonsense. What's the point? What would be the point of dragging that into a conversation with them? You just talk about silly stuff. I mean, has he ever? Did he grow up with a penis-shaped pacifier? Is that one of his issues? The pacifier.
Every time you say that, it reminds me of a Mariah Carey music video I once saw. Yes, God forbid. And it had some rap guy. And his line is, me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. And I was like, if that's your opening rhyme, I can't be bothered.
Wait, you said rhyme. So yeah, he's bad on both aspects.
Oh, it was terrible. Plus, he had this really off rhythm way of doing it, and it kind of tried to slow the beat down the way he did it. It was awful. It was terrible. Not that the song was any better anyway. I mean, it was just this like pop, 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 chorus, chorus, money, money, yay. But this guy ruined it. Oh, it was bad.
Oh, so it was another one of those famous same 4 chords songs.
Yeah. And it was, Mariah Carey doing those unbelievable vocal gymnastics that she can do. I mean, oh my God, in her heyday, holy fuck, did she have pipes? Wow. Big respect as a musician. Oh my God. But perhaps we got 2 people saying perhaps in the chat. Is that the guy's name that did the rap part? Is that what you're saying, MJ and Johnny? Yeah, real Cygnus. She can sing. Oh my God. What a talent. I don't remember the song.
Are they just singing
terrible.
in the chat? And they're just singing in the chat. I mean, that's the song, isn't it? Perhaps, didn't.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I saw the video once at somebody's house during like one of those house parties where somebody thought MTV was cool. And, well, it wasn't. Yeah, okay. Perhaps again from Loretta. No, it was a response to a comment. Okay. No, I'm lost. I don't know. But anyway, don't bother with it. It sucks balls. I'll stop now. How about something musical that's a bit more real? Who here in the live chat and on the panel thinks that pop music is more sanitized and more scared to take a chance now than it was, say, back in the 70s?
Welcome to the Shills Shitty Debate.
How did I know that was coming?
Yeah, well, here we go. The Shills Shitty Debate. And Dick Dawson has brought the question. I can't remember what the fuck it was because I wasn't listening. But we bring it to you, the audience, as well as the people on the panel, which isn't very many of us. So it probably isn't going to be a shitty debate, but it's just going to be a little discussion-y thing, I guess.
Well, let's do the debate between us and the viewers. Right? Let's see what they have to say. So let's look at popular music from the 70s. And where do you end up? You end up on the spectrum with songs that have, odd timings. It's not always 4/4. You have songs that go into chord structures that get into the suspendeds, the sevenths, the ninths and stuff. And that brings out a different variation in the harmonies they sing and so on. And the songs are written by people who are first and foremost songwriters. This is my opinion. And as such, they're not willing to just do a 4/4 simple little hook that comes in enough to make sure it catches your ear when you're driving along in FM radio to now. And I think, there's a lot of bands from back in the day that had big songs that are way outside the norm, but we don't see them that way anymore just because they're classics now. But when you count them out, when you go for the melody and whatnot and listen to the harmony structure, they're so much more complex than what we're being given right now. And my theory is it's the powers that be, the money behind it, are just not interested in taking a risk that might fail. They want guarantees.
Well,
That's my side.
As moderator to this debate, while the chat are catching up with us, I think you need to bring some evidence to the table, Dick Dawson. So, could you sing us something in respect to your argument?
Sing no, but let's look at some.
Well, sing yes, because I'm the moderator. So you've got to bring evidence. So you've got to sing us something that relays what you're trying to tell us.
Okay. I would go right to the band Yes. I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied I'm on my way. I conclude, and I rest my case.
Oh, well, plenty of Yes fans in the audience tonight.
I could have gone to the higher, but I've not, done my breathing exercises to actually sing right now. So I had to go to the lower register. Sorry, everybody. I love Glenn Anderson. Oh my God. Thanks, Smith.
I do breathing exercises every day. It's like
yeah, no, that's snoring. Yeah.
Hang on, I'll get a cigarette in there. That will help. Yeah. So come on, chat.
And then, okay, so hold on. I'll give you another example. Let's go to the 80s, right? And ABBA. Yeah, good one, John. Good one. I love ABBA. I don't care if they're not cool or cool. If you look into the background structure of the songwriting and the layering of the vocals, it's a lot like Supertramp and stuff. And my God, it's good.
I'm sorry, if we had a cool wall of music, I'm afraid ABBA would be up there, whether you like it or not.
They'd have to be. It'd have to be. And the same goes, I'm sorry to say, but for the Bee Gees, it does. It does. Yeah, there's some complex shit going on in the Bee Gees stuff. Gotta like it. Gotta like it. But when we take the example of Yes and we pull it into the 80s, there's still a lot of examples. And I would go to Journey as the band in the 80s that kept the 70s alive for the more arena rock sound, but still kept the honesty of good songwriting in it. That's where I would go. Van Morrison. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, my son loves him.
Yeah, a lot of Queen lovers coming in here.
Huge. Well, Freddie took things above and beyond. I mean, oh my God, the raw talent in the man. Boston. The first album especially. Oh dear Lord, that did some really good things. But you don't get like you would never get let's go back to Boston. That's a good example there. So, you've got More Than a Feeling that has that acoustic, I woke up this morning and the sun was gone, right? But then you get into that big chorus, right? And it's so huge. But then you go to like Peace of Mind. I understand about indecision. And the melody and the harmony that they bring to the table was so massive. That was unbelievable. Good call. Oh my God, I got to stop doing this. DK, talk. What are you doing, asshole?
You're doing such a great job of talking. You don't need me. I mean, one of the interesting things is back in the day, they seem to be more creative with the lyrics, especially in things like ballads, or like things like the Carpenters. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Great! I mean, what a great opening! Superb. and now it's like, I'd like to fuck you, baby. I'd like to fuck you over with my car.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to fuck you really hard.
There's no poetry. There's no subtlety. There's no innuendo. It's all gone. Now it's just in your face.
Well,
right?
I mean, there was a piece of news I was going to bring up a while ago, and I think I've probably got it stored somewhere, but I'm not going to bother looking it for now. But it was because some woman had put a piece of music out on some social media site, of her singing, and it's like won awards, and she got a record contract out of it. And the song was literally da 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 da.
I know.
Da da da
For anybody out there. For anybody out there, Rick Beato did a great video recently. It might have been about a year ago. Recently to me is relative because I'm in my 50s now, right?
Yeah.
But modern music is literally just based around the pentatonic scale now, if you know what I'm talking about. Because once again, writers are completely scared to jump out the norm. I want to give a shout out here to Mary Tyson, who says BTO in the chat. Baby, just ain't seen nothing yet. That is some serious rock and roll Canadian style. Oh yeah. Let me get a drink here. Give me 1 sec, DK. I'll be right back.
No, you want us to take it on this? What do we know, Loki? What do you know about music? You're
I don't know. I look at Springsteen, and granted, a lot of his music has not changed much, but he's at least still a storyteller, which is seriously missing in music now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody can argue about Bowie. Bowie's just off the wall completely. Odd tempos and weird beat changes and things like that. That was just him and Zappa were just kind of into that. I think of Peter Gabriel actually got better as time progressed. A little bit more
and weird.
As
a person.
But the poppy stuff that Peter Gabriel was putting out when he first hit it big was, if you read between the lines, and it didn't take much, he put out a lot of pretty naughty songs without actually being naughty. Like Sledgehammer, God.
I'm trying to think who the fuck it is now. So the guy with the banjo in the 30s and 40s went I'm cleaning windows. What's his fucking name? Oh, come on, you chat, help me out there. When I'm cleaning windows. Come on, who was that? Yeah, there was a lot of naughty. There was a lot of naughty and bawdy stuff. George Formby, that's it. Thank you very much, Slate. George Formby was coming out with very, very slutty stuff back in the day, and there was a lot of bawdy and naughty stuff in the olden days.
Oh yeah,
and they were really good
Man.
At it. They were really good at it.
I love the use of language to convey meaning in older music versus now. I wonder, is anybody out there into modern poetry, and has poetry lost its edge the way songwriting has in the modern world? Is that a thing, or is poetry still more true to its nature? I have no background on that, but it's a cool thing to know, I think.
Don't know. Modern poetry seems to have got more grimy and grungy, and more.
Is it
more garage? I mean, I don't know. Look, you're talking to me, for fuck's sake. What do I know about modern poetry?
Mary Tyson must have literally grown up in my backyard. Now she's saying Neil Young. Well, of course, I would. The only answer to that is Born to Live on Sugar Mountain. One of the best songs ever written.
I'll tell you one of the interesting things is there are certain bands from the 80s that seem to get covered over and over and over, like Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World gets covered so many times.
Oh, it should never be heard again, as far as I'm concerned. But that's another story.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of some of the other tracks they do, but there's so many Tears for Fears tracks that are used so often. They'll use them in movies. That they'll change the tempo and change the cadence of the music, but they'll use the same songs over and over. And it's just a crappy band from the 80s. And I think that's quite astonishing that, that it's sort of, I don't know. It highlights that people we took for granted in the 80s were more significant than we thought they were.
Yeah.
That's right. A lot of looking back on that. With the death of Neil Peart, the drummer from the Canadian band Rush, you have a lot of retrospective going on in the music industry. And then it happened again with the guy from the Foo Fighters. But, I love how more than any industry that's creative, you get interactions that we get to enjoy, that where these people talk about their influences. Like in the art world, I don't see a lot of people doing a lot of interviews that come out on like YouTube and stuff, where we get to watch somebody like a modern drummer say, oh, Ginger Baker was amazing, and Keith Moon was all that. And I love that part of music where everybody is openly willing to pay it back where it's due. Did I wrap that right? Did I make the point? Because I've almost thought I lost myself there.
You lost me, but I was thinking. How to respond to something else you said like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. I think I did the loop, but well,
Mm-hmm.
Woden Toad in the chat. I think autotune needs to be banned. Only musicians who could actually sing. Like, so you want to get rid of pretty much all the musicians now?
Thank you. Yes, I agree. Well, 100%.
Oh yeah, I agree too. It's just how many artists now only exist because of autotune.
And God, you won't like my new album. Songs by DKG in F sharp.
Yeah, in Google Voice. But there's the whole thing along with that, Loki. I would say nobody should be allowed to do a so-called live concert where they're lip syncing and because they're dancing so hard they can't sing.
Oh, yeah.
I understand why some of those pop stars don't sing their own songs. If I was doing those dance moves, I couldn't control my breathing to sing either. I understand, but don't do the moves then. Let other people do it, like some artists do.
Let me bring this back up so we can go. Every lettuce wants to rule the world. Bye-bye, lettuce.
That's funny. Yeah, auto-tune should be limited to being only used for karaoke. You're right, William. You're absolutely right. Even then, I mean, we wouldn't get really funny videos of people fucking it right up. So,
Yeah, I must admit, when I've done karaoke, the auto-tune doesn't seem to help.
I've done karaoke where I can't hear my own voice loud enough that I can't sing along with the tune, and yet I can carry a tune, and it drives me crazy. So no wonder people fuck up all the time. The audio guy doesn't know how to set the room up.
Yeah, you need to turn your headphones up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sorry, that's an in joke between me and Dick and the Shills. So
yeah,
no one else to get it.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true. It's true. What was happening was I didn't have a monitor to hear myself back. Right.
Oh, don't get me started on karaoke.
Oh, and it's karaoke tonight with Lokifish Marz.
Oh, God.
Lokifish Marz, what are you going to sing for us tonight?
Absolutely nothing.
And okay,
So-
I'll start the music for absolutely nothing, and you can sing along.
Here, I got it. Hello, I'm Martian. Won't you give yourself up?
No, it's just one of my frustrations with karaoke is the timing for the karaoke songs is inconsistent. So if
I know.
So if you listen to
bouncing ball.
if you listen to the actual song,
Yeah.
it's got rhyme and meter, it's on point, and then you listen to the karaoke version and it's just a little bit too fast, then a little bit too slow, then a little bit too fast. It's like, no wonder everybody sounds like shit when they do karaoke.
Or you try to do a Frank Sinatra tune, but he recorded them for the two different record labels at two different times. So you might think you're going to sing one version, but you're getting the other version. And then you're fucked because the meter's different. The whole, the melody, he just does it on the spot. He didn't give a fuck, right?
It is quite funny when you're doing karaoke yourself or you're watching somebody else doing karaoke and they hit the word in the wrong place. And now they can try and shuffle all the other lyrics back into place again, and they just become all out of sync. And then there's a deathly pause at the end of the line because they're waiting for the next line to kick in to a point where they can remember where they're supposed to be singing the words.
Oh, well, they sound like David Lee Roth on stage, drunk with Van Halen.
So I wouldn't pick this song on the list, but I have a question. Is this from the 1978 album or the Greatest Hits album or their reboot album or
Loki, when they do that when they re-record the old songs, but now they're in their 50s and can't do it properly, but somebody else owns the rights, so they have to put out a new album to try to get some money from it, right? That's a bitch because you got to feel sorry for them. A lot of artists have done it, and it never sells well. It's not a good idea. You can't recapture the moment. It's over. It's gone. This is one of those conversations that we're either going to run this show long or we're going to have to take to the Discord because musical conversations never stop. And we have a few people in the live chat that I know are dying to actually be on the mic and participate in this, right? Hey, if any of you out there in the live chat, if you want to join us for the show right now and talk music, let us know in the live chat. We'll give you the fucking link. What the hell? Right?
And on the reverse side of that, if there's anybody in the chat want to throw us a question that you want us to try and answer, ask away. Come on, ask us a question. Go on, you bastard.
DK, should we got 40 watching on my count. Should we just put the link in the live chat and let a few people in, or should we, do the Discord thing? How do we do this? Let's do Discord. You got to join our Discord server, and I'm going to put the link in the live show chat room. All right. So just to make this easy, I'm going to do an invite that never expires. Why do you make it 7 days? Fuck off. They make this shit so hard. Okay, here we go. So here's the Discord link. Join it if you want, and maybe we'll let you on the show, or maybe we will. I don't know. Nobody gives a fuck about our opinions. Well, that's what we thought too, but here we are. Real. That's just how it is, man.
Well, we don't know what your opinions are.
Yeah. Politics and tunage should never be linked. Well said, William. Well said. Tunage. You were born in 68 to 72, weren't you? Tunage. I know that one. Has to be.
Is that Is that a debate?
No. 58. Wow, really, eh? All right. Hanging tall for the old school. I like it. Radical dude. Oh, come on now. Oh my God. Are we going to have to do Valley Girl by Frank Zappa a cappella? Like, oh my God. I can't do that. So like Encino is totally bitchin'. Anybody know that tune? Yeah.
Frank Zappa, if you take all of acid jazz and turn it into a living being.
Yeah. He's amazing. Oh my God. Oh, John, really cool. Awesome. Yeah, me too. I think Joe's Garage is the greatest double album ever put to a cartridge on a good record player, and I have one. I love Joe's Garage. It's just everything. With leather. Hey, Jimmy Trance. I had some great times in Toronto in the late 90s in a couple of the clubs with some trance DJs and whatnot. And wow, yeah, that does get really, really good, especially when you're there and they're just mixing it perfect. And it's all about the mood and the atmosphere that can really take you in. I do agree. There was a really good place for drum and bass just beside the Bovine Sex Club in Toronto back in the day. Yeah, Bovine Sex Club. But what do you expect? And it was a great place for some hardcore drum and bass and whatnot. They had a few little side rooms where you could just chill and roast one or whatever. It was a really good scene. See, I'm doing it, DK, just like I said. You're going to take it too far where, you know, you're not supposed to go. Here we go.
Yeah, well, how far's too far?
It depends. Do you have a delay on the stream so if I say something incriminating, you can stop it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, there you go.
You can test it. Say something incriminating right now.
It's not going to happen, dude. Come on. But have you listened to Kid Rock? Kid Rock was this weirdly country rock rap person that I didn't know how to deal with. For me, it didn't work. It was weird. Have you got something, Johnny Totten? Have you got something not on the radio that explains Kid Rock better? Like, you know, check out this tune that I should, you know, check out, right? Because I'm always open. I'm not going to say, you know, no, fuck all that in a bucket of chicken, right? It's not disco. You know, I'm willing. But you know, it just never resonated for me. For me, hip hop is Public Enemy, like especially It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, Eric B. and Rakim, EPMD, KRS-One with Boogie Down Productions in the early days. You know, that was hip hop for me. Oh, wow. Kid Rock has a nightclub.
These days, a hip hop is something you're going to be having soon anyway, isn't it?
Well, probably soon, knowing me. You know, something always needs to be replaced every year at this point.
He's on his fourth penis.
Yeah, even Run DMC for sure. They even lasted long enough to do, and it goes a little something like this. That was a really good track, you know. I like that one too. Yeah. Okay. Along with John Pearson says, the local Kid Rock Club, there was a cat in Toronto way back in the day, late 80s, early 90s, and he could play guitar like a motherfucker, and he was blind. What was that guy's name now? And he had a few tracks on the radio and stuff, and he also had a local bar, and I got to meet him a few times. And Jeff Healy, that's it. And wow, he was one of those guys like that, where he was all about his local scene. He had the pub, like, you could have 1,300 people watching a band in his bar. It was really good. Good guy, really cool. But he did pass on a little early in life. It was a sad thing. Love those guys. When you give back to where you're from, it was awesome.
Ooh, somebody mentioned a legend in their genre. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Damn, that goes way back.
Grandmaster Flash, absolutely. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. There was another thing here. John Pearson said Jeff Healy was actually a better trumpet player and had a jazz band as his main gig. Now, that's something I did not know. I'm gonna have to look that up. Good call. I like Jeff Healy. He was great, His songs were real, like Stevie Ray Vaughan style blues. It was good. AJ, you see this one? I complimented a girlfriend for how well she sang in our duet karaoke once. I was glad because my mic didn't work. Blushed when she corrected me. Mine worked, hers didn't. What was your biggest bloop? Oh, okay. I remember playing a gig at Lee's Palace in Toronto. There must have been, good 1,200 people in the crowd or whatever. And just as I was breaking out into one of those guitar solo moments that was just supposed to be my shining glory moment, I kicked the guitar cable out of my guitar because I had forgot to wrap it into my strap first, so that couldn't happen. And the band carried it until I fixed it. The sound guy fucking totally missed it happening, and it was just this buzz and whatnot. But I did recover and we got through it. And I even made a joke after the show and just, I had to play. You couldn't own that and, keep a serious face. You had to laugh it off. But that was a big one. Yeah. Slicks 666. Everything will be okay. It will. I promise you. Everything will be okay.
No, it won't.
AJ, it was a lot like when the Canadian band Triumph were doing their Thunder 7 tour. I saw them in Toronto, and Rick Emmett, the singer-guitar player, was running up these stairs that went up behind the drummer, and he lost his footing and fell face first, and you hear the guitar go, and then the sound guy cut it instantly, and he got back up and ran up on stage and put his hand up, which was the signal to the sound guy to let it back up, and boom, away they went. And it was one of those moments where I carried that with me. It doesn't matter how bad it fucks up, you can keep it going.
It was a random what the fuck? In Germany, man bites police dog.
Wow. I hope they cooked it well first. What? What?
Police in Germany said Friday they detained a man for resisting arrest and biting a service dog. Wow.
Wow. What the hell is that? There's Christine in the chat says, sorry, I was at a bar in Seattle and the singer ran off the stage, out the door, was hit by a car, which most of us witnessed, and came back on stage and finished the show. I mean, that is fucking dedication. Wow. Hats off to you.
I bet he crushed it.
Wow. I was at a
Sleet and chat. Police dogs in Germany are filled with beer. Well, that explains everything. Come here, puppy, puppy, puppy. I'm thirsty.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about them wearing that barrel under their chin. You know it's coming. So, there's been a thought. We even went out and we bought, as a channel, the Shills. We bought a bunch of those, what are they called? Jackbox game packs that have Quiplash and all that bullshit in them, right? And we could have some of those game nights on our Discord where we're just hanging out and having fun. So if you're in the live chat and you're listening to me right now, if you think that sounds like a fun thing to do for an after show where everybody can be on the mic and, you know, laugh and giggle along and we play like the murder mystery and Quiplash and blah, blah, put one in the chat if you want to see it, and put one in the chat if you can't be bothered, and put one in the chat if, you know, I don't want your opinion anyway. Is that a fair vote? I did it, right?
Beat the steel. Beat the steel.
You know, but why don't we do after shows that are just for the gang? Never mind live on the air, but we just hang out in private on the Discord and play games and have fun. You know, fuck all that. Not everything has to be on YouTube. It could, you know, we could just do us hanging out. Right? Can you ask me when? Okay, so AJ Loshinka is either drunk, stoned, barely awake, or in definite need of caffeine, but will be joining us very soon. But yeah, I'm in for some game action later. What do you go about, you guys? You know, I think we could pull this off. There seems to be a way to make Discord make it happen. I don't know what it is, but Loki here knows how to stream on his channel with OBS and stuff. I know how to stream, as you've all seen many times, and so does DKG. So between the three of us, couldn't we somehow figure this out?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, there's a lot of bullshit going down in the chat, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not as think as you fucking stoned I am. I'll get that clear right now. But why don't we let DK, you know, pretend that he's running the show instead of my drunk ass, and we'll do a wrap up and go hang out in the Discord for a bit.
DK has left the building.
Yeah, we could do that. So whoa, there you go. Short and sweet tonight, and whoa, guess we'll see you all next week.
Wait a minute. Hold
What?
on. Sorry, I forgot the time change again, just like I did pre-show. I'm looking at the clock thinking we're late, but we're not. Fuck. Okay.
Well, I just thought you wanted us all to fuck off. You know, it's fine by me. It's your,
no, I must be stopped. So put me on a leash. Okay, hold on. Dear Lord. Yeah.
Please, sir, can I have another?
I've been doing this at the same times for a long time, and old habits die hard, and I am an old man. So it's really rough that way, but holy fuck. I did it twice today.
We've hardly even bloody started. I mean, you've just been yakking on about music and stuff, but, you know, whatever.
Dum. Yeah, no, it's not the drunkenness, Christina. It's the old habits thing. It's the old man down the road. Good song. So, sorry about my fuck up, but we will do the Discord game night or something in about half an hour. That's about right, eh? Eh? I did Canadian. I did it finally. I did it.
I don't know. This has turned out to be pretty interesting.
What time did we start?
I don't know. 3:30 my time. Yeah. No. 3:45.
11:15. You 11:45. So that's 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Carry the one, divide by.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Set the clock ahead 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was me, and I put it behind at first. Oh my God, you know. I've literally been on the path of the idiot since before we went live. There's been no hope. You know. Yeah. I'm being told to wake up. Dear Lord. Well, how about Halloween? Who's doing what? This year, my son is 15. He's also 6'1" and on the autism spectrum. So he's taking over my custom tailored Jedi outfit with all the robes and everything in the whole bit. And this year, instead of going out for tricks or treats, we're finally doing our first stay home one. So we've got the decorations out. We've got the little blow up thing and whatnot to let everybody know, come here. And hopefully he gets to see a lot of people dressed up and it's still cool. I'm not sure how this is going to play out because it's his changeover year, right? It's going to be interesting. I can't wait. I hope. Lokifish Marz and DKG Custom have both died. They are literally corpses on the stream. Dick Dawson will be the one rebuilt by Bionics to take over and carry us into the new era.
I'm just was checking through the news, seeing if there's something else we could talk about and move on to. Chess star sues rival $100 million over cheating chess claim because he had a device up his backside. Giving him
what
clues.
Is that what this cheating is about? Like, I was wondering about this, DK. So how do you cheat at chess? Because you have to sit there and move the pieces, right? I was wondering about this. How does this work? Because I've been hearing about this. So the dude's got a thingy up his back that's literally doing the thinking for him or something.
Well, he was I think he was doing the cam girl thing. He's got one of those things that go and it's giving him clues by Morse code, while someone else was telling him what to play.
So it would tickle the tip of his dick, and that would signal a pawn, and then it would tickle the right or left testicle in the direction of movement. Okay, I think I'm getting this now. So it was all about his personal pleasure because he has a pathetic little prick and he had to be king of the hill. Is that what's going on? Or am I just, being grandiose?
Oh, he just wanted to win and cheat. There's been a lot of cheating recently.
It's too much. Why do people think real victory is cheating? Because it's not. What is that?
Did you hear about the fishing competition in Ohio, where they were stuffing fish with other fish and lead weights to push the weights of the fish? And now you got these fucking fishermen who are just like, everybody's giving them harsh looks in the community because no one's going to sit next to them in the bar because they were cheating, and they've racked up a fortune through cheating, and it's not very popular.
Yeah, so now they're going to have to put fish into blenders to see if any lead weight comes out. I mean, what the hell?
Well, no, they're just going to have to do like a Jaws thing and cut the fish open and spill the contents out. And
But people, the idea of winning like that and then getting caught afterwards and being shamed. Why don't you just learn to do it properly instead of learning to cheat? There's a learning curve either way. Why not do the right one? I mean, fuck, really?
I mean,
people suck, man. People suck.
It's like cheating during sex. That's really hard to cheat at. It's like, I came first. Yay!
That's actually not the winner's circle.
Okay. I've been doing it wrong. I went to public school.
Yeah. Shouldn't have listened to your friends.
Do you like digestive biscuits? Come try them with us. Yeah. That was the worst game.
Yeah, like Space Wolf says, anytime money, prestige, or life is on the line, somebody is always looking for an edge. Yeah. True that.
So likes and follows and all that kind of shit. This is interesting. This is interesting because Jesus only had 12 followers. What a fucking waste of time that was.
But here's the other thing, DK. Every man or woman has to, especially if they're a dwarf, has to look themselves in the mirror before they shave. But I'm trying to make the reference for everybody. Sorry. But the idea is you always have to see yourself in the mirror to present yourself to others. How can you look yourself in the mirror knowing you're a cheating son of a bitch and still walk out there?
Unless you're a vampire.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or if you cheat enough and get enough money, you just have people do all that stuff for you, so you don't have to look in a mirror.
But you know what I mean, right? As somebody with any ounce of integrity, how do you cheat and then go on to enjoy the victory? I mean, how?
Well, ask Donald Trump.
Oh dear. No, I said with integrity. Sorry, okay. Never mind. I already preceded that. Yeah.
I missed that bit.
Yeah.
Well, how do you hang on a minute. How do you cheat with integrity? Hang on.
I know, but anyway. But you can't. You can't. That's my point. Like if I was to I homeschool my son, if I was to cheat to get us through it, the only person that suffers is me because he's going to live with my ass a lot longer, right? It's a no-win situation. You see, it never works in the end, right? What do I do? Ensure the basement is comfortable? I know, Woden Toad, but I'm making a point, and I think it stands. Come on, I'm being a card. I would never do that, right? Of course. And nobody that steps into homeschooling does it because they get to lay around all day and smoke pot in their living room, right? I mean, that's not the end result. Trust me, I know.
I don't know, if the prices of things keep going up, everybody's going to be living in a basement.
Yeah. Yeah, but according to Mudflood, that's just an older house.
Yeah, and by the way, Loki, don't go down into the basement because you'll already find me there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why your bandwidth sucks at the minute, because I'm streaming this from your basement.
Yeah. Yeah, that beam of light, yeah. That's lightsaber training. It turns out he's not really Yoda. He's like a distant relative. But I could do it too. And did you guys there was a thing a bunch of years ago. Anybody here remember what's his name? Every time I explain something, I get a new mole. The South Park joke. Oh my God.
No.
What's his name? He
Jeff.
did the TV show Through the Wormhole.
Neil deGrasse.
No. He was the guy in the old folks home in Red 2 with see, you know what? I'm done.
Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, Through the Wormhole, right? They had this guy. Well, no, there's a specific episode I'm bringing up here. So they had this guy, and his theory was that schizophrenia was really being unstuck in time. So you couldn't place time events in their, proper chronological order. And he went on to have a couple of great examples of why. And so I caught onto this show a bunch of years later. So I looked his name up on the internet and I couldn't find him to save my life. And I was wondering to myself, how did he end up on Morgan Freeman's TV show where he doesn't seem to have ever even published? It was a very strange thing. It really makes you, consider your information sources.
Are you saying he was catfished?
No, I don't think so. I think it was somebody who was very junior in their research and then got laughed out and sort of forgotten. And, as such, went on to a different username in social media and just, disappeared. But it was one of those weird things where he had a really good test that he thought he was doing that was really good. And, when you're watching it, it was very convincing, but other people attacked the validity of it from the background and really cast doubts. And then, boom, he was gone. That's it. And I still to this day haven't figured out that whole. But it's an interesting one. And it really goes to show, I mean, even within the Ancient Aliens shows and stuff, who are you listening to? It's TV. It's not, accredited science. It's not,
You're joking. TV is not accredited science.
Right? It's just one of those things.
Wash your mouth out right now.
Yeah.
And if you do, did the ancient aliens discover Egypt?
Could it
and
be?
If so,
I love those lines. They literally dominate modern documentary with quotations television.
There was I've been telling you guys, I've been watching this Philomena Kunk documentary, Kunk on Earth, and there was a great scene in it. It was one take. It was fucking awesome. Where she's just, this woman is just standing in a castle, and it's also like, comedy, bit of tongue in cheek, documentary styles type thing. And this woman is in a castle, and she just starts riffing the story of what is happening in this castle. And the king is eating, they've got this massive table, oh, here comes the food out, and she just riffs this like really, really long sequence, and just the bullshit is coming out of her mouth. And it reminds me so much when I've seen history documentaries where they're taking like a tapestry, and they've built up a story about it based on nothing but some threads on the cloth, and they give it a whole backstory, the reasons why this thing is going on. Oh, it's absolutely awesome. Philomena Kunk on Earth, gotta watch it. It's fantastic.
I've heard yourself when you said that the other day. I looked it up, and a lot of people are saying the same thing. And that whole style of documentary is to the point where it's been sold to the public, to the point where you can put absolute bullshit behind it, and people go, "Wow." Why? Because it's delivered in that style.
Well, I've seen a similar sort of thing where like episode of Time Team or whatever it was, where they have a little bit of broken pot, tiny little broken pot, fuck all about it, but they tell you who had it, who owned it, what was in it, what the history behind this little broken piece of crockery. It could just be a bit of China, from the 50s.
Yeah, you can do what's in it based on scans of the inside of the thing and stuff, but the rest of it is so conjecture based on the area. And
same with dinosaurs, dinosaur bones.
Yeah. Well, how long did we have dinosaurs looking like lizards, and one day we're like, wait a minute, feathers? Yes, that's the answer, right?
Fucking chicken.
Yeah.
And it looks delicious. Be better than breadcrumbs.
And the funny thing for me is, I don't know about you guys, but the first time I ever heard of dinosaurs being related to birds was the original fucking Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, the first time. Yeah, you heard it.
That was the first time I heard it, and I thought, wow, that's kind of silly. And it turns out it's not at all. But, Loki, you know what I mean? It's funny.
I watched Jurassic Park, and I'm like, and when they came across that, I was like, oh, so just steal the headlines from other people's papers to put it in your movie as a plot, and not actually credit the people you're stealing from.
Well, exactly. But none of us were reading paleontology papers at the time. Dinosaurs had kind of gone, kind of a little bit quiet as far as, going to the history museum and looking at a dinosaur bone. You never read the fucking thing that's, it gives you all the details. You go, oh yeah, big thing. Yeah. So I think most documentaries had just like dismissed that kind of like side of things, and like Dick says, that was probably the first time you actually heard that theory. And then of course they had this whole slew of dinosaur documentaries afterwards where they'll go into it a bit further. And
but it got into the mainstream for the documentary channels and stuff after that, right? And then I started hearing about the actual and it of course when you put evolution into it all, it actually makes sense just from the outside as a layman. But I had never heard it until that, right? It's just one of those funny moments in life.
So apparently my news feed is nothing like your guys' news feed, because mine's just like all science articles and stuff.
Oh, we ain't got
mine's
time to
all
watch
computer
look at that
science.
shit. Yeah. No, mine's how big's your knob?
Yeah.
Whose knob's biggest?
Yeah, no,
Oh, I have an email.
mine's
I have
all
an email account just for that.
mine's all music and computer sciences about chip technologies and stuff. That's what I'm into. My big thing, right?
Well, I think
Well, the thing is,
I think it gets into the whole scientific articles and breakthroughs and stuff aren't popular until somebody makes a movie out of it.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
well, yeah, but there's a reason for that. It's because a lot of us aren't being subjected to it in many ways. The only reason why you had so many dinosaur documentaries was because of Jurassic Park.
That's
Yeah.
right. It was a huge boom after. Yeah.
Yeah, before Jurassic Park, there were no documentaries about. Well, I wouldn't say no documentaries, but very, very few, and they were very like mundane and not
And-
rocking the boat.
No, but the sad part of it is the guy whose character was the Sam Neill's character was not part of the boom of the resurgence in archaeology documentaries and whatnot. And it's sad because he was the guy who framed that character that made it popular.
Well, they also talk about somebody else's book. In that, he's the little kid is like saying, "Well, I've read this book by such person," and he's pissed off because that was his rival at the time, and there was this rivalry between these two paleontologists. But
totally,
Backer, Wodentoad, Backer.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Wodentoad knows all this shit. Don't know what the fuck we're talking about it for. Wodentoad knows about it.
No, but we got it going, well enough.
We got it going on.
Oh dear Lord, that sounded like boy band territory. Don't do it.
A bit late for me to be in a boy band, I think.
Oh, I could have fathered one by now.
You probably have.
Yeah. Easy now. Easy. Dear God, I'll be getting mailed till I'm 60.
Oh, Ronnie time.
Oh, wow. So, should we do a planning for a game night thing after? Oh, the Runaways. Yeah. Good call. Should we do a plan for a game night? Anybody want to play? What are y'all thinking?
Help yourself. We can play. We can play I Spy. We could play Hide the Chicken.
They're going to end the same way.
Who's my daddy and what does he do?
Yeah. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Everybody knows that quote. That's so funny.
And if you didn't know, it's from that film. Yeah, the film.
I'm not. I'm a cop. I'm a cop. That's all I ever know how to be.
A kindergarten cop.
But yeah, I'm kid free tonight, so I'm up for staying up late. I don't give a shit. It's not even late for me, you idiots. But
So you want a game night then? You haven't got money for hookers and blow and all that kind of stuff. So you're just going to waste your time on Discord instead.
Yeah. You gotta. Yeah, I'll save the sixpence. It's all right.
Oh, real Cygnus says my first was a Timex Z80. I just went for a girl.
Oh, that's a quote from that's a quote from like a classic British sci-fi show. My first was a Timex Z80. Oh fuck. Oh, what is that from?
You're a real Cygnus. You better tell us.
Yeah. Fuck, I just saw that recently on a retro computer YouTube show. They showed that clip. Come on. Well, MJ, we might start doing a weekly game night as a thing. It'd be fun. You can't do it on YouTube because if you don't get enough viewers, YouTube goes, "Oh, so you suck now, do you?" And then they don't promote you, right? So it's better to do it in the Discord.
You were thinking about doing it on your the other channel, Shills You.
We should get that going. We have it,
Well,
the throwaway channel.
Well, it doesn't take much to get it going, does it? It just means you just like put it there instead.
Yeah, but I have to remember the login. I mean, it was built like a year and a half ago, and nobody ever did anything with it.
I mean, I think the idea of games night on Discord is cool and all that, but I'm sure just some people will just hang on YouTube and just like watch it happen.
Yeah, but they can hang in the Discord without participating and watch it happen. That's the whole thing, right? It works. And then that way the Shills U channel can be for like DJ streams where it gets thrown away and we go, "Yep, we got another one." But
it's your choice.
Don't bring me down.
It may not be your choice. It may be the choice of the people, the populace.
Yeah, okay, here. Let's ask the viewers. Should we do game night on the second channel or should we just do it in the Discord? So put YouTube or Discord in the live chat as your vote. That's good, right?
Or you can come and watch my channel where I'm going to be throwing Christians to lions live.
Let them eat cake. Okay, we got 2 for Discord, 1 for YouTube, 3 for Discord. Oh, 2 for YouTube. 4 for Discord, 5 for Discord, 3 for YouTube, 4 for YouTube. Oh my God, I can't keep up now.
Bit half and half, really, isn't it?
Yeah. As long as I'm not alone, I'm okay with either. All right, that works. Discord isn't boomer friendly. It is in my world. I'm told I'm one all the time. I can't keep count anymore. Can somebody else do it? I'm kind of liquored up. I owned a Volvo that had the same CPU as the Voyager. It went into orbit.
What, your Volvo?
I'm not even sure.
Damn, that's a powerful engine.
65 is a boomer now. Then I'm not quite there, but I feel it every fucking day.
So John Pearson says John Pearson's on the count. He says 11 for Discord, 178 for YouTube.
That can't be right. That can't be right.
I'm considering voter fraud at this moment.
Yeah. Will the real Donald Trump please stand up? Please stand up. Well, why don't we do one in the Discord tonight? And if enough people show up and want to play, then, we'll throw it up on the throwaway channel next time.
Well, the last time I did one in the Discord, the police got involved and there was a court case, but we won't go into that. So
he said he wasn't. Yeah, he said he wasn't violated. He just wasn't treated properly. It's okay.
Yeah. It was just it was just a pacifier. That's all it was.
Yeah, and it wasn't me and Mariah, so it's all right.
So Dick is going to do one in the Discord tonight. If you want to be there.
Here, hold on.
Hey, Dave, let's think.
What the fuck? Yeah. So hold on. Let me get the invite again. Okay, copy. Here. Click this link and join the Discord. All right? It's not hard. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I at somebody? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Try
John,
that again.
John, you got the link.
Yeah, John, specifically to you. Do you have the link, John? John, are you listening, John? John, do you have the link, John?
Yeah, and if you don't show up, it's all going to be on you, and they're all going to be talking about you behind your back. You know that.
Yeah. You know what? We will kill the Discord stream if John doesn't show up. It's all on John now.
AJ says, I got the invite, but what is it?
Well, click it. You'll be taken down the rabbit hole of crazy and you'll end up in Discord. And it's a really cool, it's actually not a cool place to be, but it works. It's all right.
Yeah, it's how do you describe it? It's another shit cake of bollocks.
It's like Reddit with video sharing. I don't know. I don't do any of this stuff. I barely even know what I'm talking about. We have a Discord server and I hardly ever use it because, well, that's just me. Never mind. But let's do Discord. The link didn't work. Yes, it did. Yeah, it just did. Come on. What? Invite people. Okay.
You're the Discord king.
Yeah. Okay. Literally, this is from Discord. If this doesn't work, then, yeah. See, click Mipet. She probably did it better than I. Trust me. I'm trying here, people. There. Look, if I click that, it does me a thing. My browser open. It goes open Discord, continue to Discord, and it works. Yeah. Okay. How can it not work? It's owned by did Microsoft buy it? Did that happen?
Uh-oh. That's going to kill it.
Okay, hold on. We'll put the link in again. Click the link. Yeah, see, True Rex says it works. Cygnus says it works. Right? Yeah, okay. All right. So we're going to go over to the Discord and we got the Shills Social Club. That's where we all hang out. And way down at the bottom, you'll see a general voice chat. That's where we're going to all end up. No, you don't have to use mic at all, AJ. It's only, you don't have to use camera at all. It's just, mic if you want. It's just like doing a Zoom chat or Google Meets or any of those. And you can turn off the camera. You don't have to share anything you don't want. You can stay muted if you just want to listen. You don't have to participate. It's, no.
You can type shit if you want.
Yeah, there's a type chat so you can giggle along with the jokes if you want. It's basically like being on YouTube, except not. In every way. I need to be stopped. Yeah, I need to be stopped.
Right, we're stopping the Dawson right now. Dawson, you have been stopped. Stop it. Whatever it is you're doing, just stop. So everybody in the chat, thank you so much for turning up for all this lovely pub chat. It was a lot of fun. A lot of bollocks was talked about as usual, and that's what you come to expect on this show. So if you expected something else, you were misled. You were wrong. So come back next week where you can help us out. I tell you what. Think about it next week. Bring some questions to us and throw it to the panel and see what we can do. See what nonsense we can make of your nonsense. Until then, everybody.
I have a call. That?
Oh, hang on.
We just suddenly
got someone joining.
Yeah, but hold on. We'll do that for after. I have a call out right now. Everybody watching this, click the share button down in the bottom right. The share button, even more than the like button, tells YouTube that you are into the content. So if you click that and share it on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, YouTube goes, wow, okay, then I'm going to make sure that this gets pushed a bit more. And it really fucking helps. It really fucking helps. But on that note, DK, take it away and let's end this shit and we'll go to the Discord.
Well, on that note, we just suddenly got a sudden arrival. William Kirkmeyer. Say hello before we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After show.
You have to unmute. You have to unmute. You have to press the little button. You have to unmute.
Press all the buttons.
Press any button. Press all of the buttons. Right. Okay. So everybody, we'll see you in the Shills Discord. Where? Which? Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Did I make it in here?
You made it
Holy
just in time.
shit. Oh, cool.
Say
All right.
something significant.
Well, significant.
Or stupid.
Well, stupid and significant. There's a fine line between the both of them.
And we are the line.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, hey, I figured I'm really proud of this. I figured this shit out without having to have my kid here to do it for me.
Yeah, well, you're born in 58, so that makes you X amount.
Yeah, I'm 64.
Yeah, I'll see.
Going on 13.
Right behind you.
Well, let's kick it to the curb, DK, and get ourselves over to some Discord action.
Okay, I've been commanded by the commander in chief, the commander of the show. It's his show because it's not my show. I've been told by the commander in chief he's not a wet lettuce. He will be in power next week, and we'll see you all. We'll see you all next week. And Dick, before we go, let's why don't you chill out? What's happening for the rest of the week?
Well, I will gladly do that, DK. Coming up for the rest of the week.
Wait, let's do it this way. No, wait, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. You got wait for the cues. On Saturday.
No, I'm not doing it your way, so fuck off.
Oh. All right, then. Fuck you. Bye, everybody.
It's over. Go home.